Brad Holmes gets in front of the camera for the first time in what seems like forever. Let's talk about it.
Did you realize that you are a champion in their eyes?
Hello, everyone. My name is Derek, and welcome back to the Gridiron Blitz. On this channel, you guys know the spiel. We do predominantly Detroit Lions content with some NFL and college live streams as well. Brad Holmes gets in front of the camera today and talks about his first year as a general manager. And it was a learning experience for him. He said that the biggest thing that he learned is roster restructure because of COVID. But between him and Dan Campbell's press conference yesterday, along with some other players being the veterans and stuff, and some rookies being interviewed, I think that the Detroit Lions' future is bright. When we talk about Jared Goff has been like the subject of a lot of conversations. He's still under contract for the remainder of next year. And we're going to have to make a decision. Do we draft his successor? Do we draft his replacement? Do we take a quarterback at all in this coming draft? So we have 10 draft picks as of right now, and it's going to be kind of interesting to see how this thing goes. Now, I wouldn't be opposed to them taking a quarterback with that third-round pick if somebody's there. Even the first-round pick, I mean, if you got a guy that's there that you can prep and you believe he's going to be the future, because there's no telling if Jared Goff will be here a year from now because his contract will be up. We have to make a decision during this season if we're going to extend his contract, if he wants to come back, if we want him back. So it's going to be a very critical draft. But Brad Holmes spoke very highly of Dan Campbell, said that they basically share the same mind. And we saw that when they drafted Penei Sewell and how they did the draft. Seems like they were very excited. A lot of the same guys that they were going after they wanted, as opposed to Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, when some rumblings came out after Jeff Okudah that Derek Barnes was Matt Patricia's pick, while Bob Quinn wanted Jeff Okudah. We see how that turned out. Speaking of Jeff Okudah, he was asked about Jeff Okudah as well. The media really was trying. They were asking like the same dumb questions, and you know that Brad can't really divulge into the draft. I know it's their job, but ask him something that he can actually answer and not like, hey, who do you think is going to be there at number 2? Hey, who would you like? I think sometimes the questions that they ask just blow my mind because either he's an idiot and he's going to give away his information, which we know he's not going to do. It's like, why are you asking him dumb questions that he cannot answer? It's stupid to me. But it's going to be very curious to see how this thing goes. Look like I said earlier, him and Dan share the same mind, and a lot of the guys that they went after, they did get. He spoke very highly of the undrafted free agents. He spoke very highly of the actual rookies that we took during the NFL draft, from Amon-Ra St. Brown to Penei Sewell to even Jamar Jefferson, talking about those guys. Seems like if I had to pick one that he might not be as excited about, might be Onwuzurike. I don't think he didn't speak very much of him. We already know Melifonwu was a big pick as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how we move forward in this offseason. He was asked about free agents as well, and what I was trying to think about was, for Lions fans who want their team to lose so they can win, to me that's never made any sense. We've seen what happens to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They have the number 1 pick again. We've seen what happened to the New York Jets. They'll be picking top 5. So when does losing equate to a win? And I love what Brad Holmes had to say about finishing the season strong, because that could entice some free agents to become Detroit Lions. There are some guys that's going to be available. We're going to have much more capital when it comes to cap space and money to bring those individuals here. So while the media could not get any real answers to the future of this team, we just got to wait and see just a little while. But we do know that Jared Goff will be the quarterback this coming season. So let me know in the comments below, did you see Brad Holmes' press conference? What did you think of it? It's ironic because it seems like just yesterday he was being introduced as the general manager, and a year later, it's been almost a year. As a matter of fact, I think the 20th was when Dan Campbell had the press conference. So the infamous kneecaps and all that. So I'm excited about the season. Before we get out of here, don't cut the video off. I just want to say thank you for everybody that subscribes to the YouTube channel. When I first started this thing, I wanted to talk to Detroit Lions, but I knew I loved the game enough where I didn't want to paint myself into that niche. And I took a chance and start streaming games. And initially, I was going to make content about other teams, but I decided to not do that and create another channel for that. So for you guys to subscribe to me, not being Detroit Lions fans is just amazing to me. And over 27,000, I think we are less than 300 away from 28,000 subscribers. And you never know, I could hit my goal of 34 by the end of the season, but I couldn't be anywhere without you. So I just want to take a moment at the end of this video to say thank you for that, because it means a really big deal that not only you support my Detroit Lions content,